Let's do this. Gus Sorola, he's the geek. Geoff Ramsey is all but meek. Joel Heyman, he makes you laugh. Burnie burns, don't call him fat.
Welcome to the Rooster Teeth podcast. Hey, the theme song stole my intro.
That is your intro.
It's kind of convenient, isn't it?
I guess so.
Yeah.
That guy got all of his lyrics out of the way, like in the front like 5 seconds of that song.
What you should do is see if somebody can do like a remix like that, and just see how long they can go for. Maybe they can just recreate an entire podcast.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
We
That's
take a week
exactly
off.
what I was thinking. Right. They just start.
They've got to have hundreds of hours of us saying nonsense to cut around from.
I bet.
And I don't
There you
think
go.
anyone would be able to tell the difference.
No,
That sounds like a contest.
No, that sounds stupid. Hey, so it's a podcast.
What is the
And
deal with
Bernie's
what is
gone
it?
again.
Does anybody know where Burnie is?
No, do you guys know where Bernie is?
I have no idea where Burnie is.
I'm assuming he has some sort of a meeting outside of the office.
Maybe we can have a contest where people. What?
I delayed trying to start the podcast today because I've been trying to get him back in here because he's been gone for like a month now. And so the podcast will probably be late today because Bernie didn't come to the office.
Also, totally fucked up my Resident Evil 5 Lost in Nightmares DLC video I was making.
Oh, yeah?
So I'm going to blame that on Burnie, too.
How's that going?
It's pretty awesome, but
What's it called?
it's called Lost in Nightmares. It's like a hour and a half long Resident Evil mission. It's pretty cool, actually. It's like a throwback to like Resident Evil 1, Resident Evil 2 days, you know, where you're in a mansion and the camera controls are a lot tighter and you go through creepy long doors and you don't know what's on the other side.
So are you in
It's
a
hard as
mansion
shit
in
to
the
move
DLC?
around. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
It's like it's like retelling a story of something that happened between Jill and Chris years and years ago.
Do you prefer the first person, or do you prefer like that camera?
Third
that's
person?
Just
Totally depends on the game, I think. Resident Evil has notoriously shitty camera controls, though. But supposedly that's to heighten the sense of fear.
It's part of the fun of the game, right?
Yeah,
Does
and
it
it
work?
totally works.
Does it
Yeah,
work?
I
Does
was
it?
scared as hell. Like the first half of this game, you don't encounter an enemy, but every time you go into a long hallway, you're terrified something's going to jump out
well,
at you.
that's the thing. It's the expectation
Yeah.
of danger.
There's a lot of stuff like that in Dead Space as well, where it's like you walk into a room and you see all these open doors, but you can't literally peek into
And
them.
they did a great job in the game of like setting it up because you like walk down a hallway and be like a dead guy.
Yeah, it's definitely true, but I don't think anybody does it in the same way that Capcom did it back in the day with those old Resident Evil games.
Yeah.
And it's kind of I had forgotten because Resident Evil 4 and Resident Evil 5 are so different. I had forgotten what it was like to play one of those games. I think it would get old very quickly, but about an hour and a half is a good length for something like that. It's
cool.
It's fun, and you have like walking down memory lane, playing through, waiting for the alligator to jump out at you, like in Resident Evil 2.
Oh, yeah. Man, I haven't played Resident Evil 5 yet. I think it's they just added it to Games on Demand this week.
Yeah,
so-
they did. It's like $30, I think, to
Yeah.
get on Games on Demand.
Yeah,
it's
I think
a good
I'll-
game.
I think I'll probably buy it, and maybe I'll play with the DLC now.
Really good co-op.
Cool.
And there's more co-op, more DLC coming, I think. But anyway, there's like 100 points, 100 achievement points, and I'm doing a walkthrough for like the little symbols.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Hey, so where would our Griffball stuff's on Halo Waypoint now?
Oh yeah, the trailer's up and the old PSA's up.
That's
Oh, yeah?
I guess that's the we can say now that's the reason Bernie hasn't been in the podcast the past couple of weeks. He's been working on production for that Griffball miniseries expansion, and I was going to let him plug it all podcast long if he wanted to today, but fuck, he missed his chance. The boat's gone.
Yeah. Well, that's too bad.
So it's on Waypoint now, but it'll eventually end up on Rooster Teeth, right? The website.
Yeah. I mean, most things typically work in that cycle.
All right.
If they're on Waypoint, they end up on our site, or if they're on Xbox Live, they're on our site eventually.
Do
I
we
hope
have?
so.
Is there like a timetable? Like, is it after a month or?
You know who'd be a great person to answer that question?
Bernie.
Bernie.
Where is Bernie?
So,
Thanks for nothing, Burns. Jesus.
what are you gonna do?
Great, now I got Joel and Jack to contend with back behind me.
What?
You know what I mean.
I know what
You said the breathing.
I know what
I
you're
know
talking
what you're
about.
talking
I know what you're
about.
talking about. Guys.
Man, so Joel's working on a project here in the office and he has to use PCs for it. So he's been going around the office like trying to scavenge all these old PCs. I think I've spent this entire week trying to get 7-year-old computers to work and play a relatively new video game.
We've got cables hanging from the ceiling.
And now Joel's going around and breaking computers. He's breaking them faster than I can fix them.
I walked by them.
Like, I was sitting there fixing 3 today, and then Joel's like, I think I broke this one too. And I was like, God damn it.
I carry like an electrical charge or something that the moment I even walk up to a computer, I haven't even touched it, it breaks.
You're like computer kryptonite.
But I figure I give you guys good ammunition for the comic. As I was in a tizzy the other day, where I was like, Gus, how come I can't find Xserve on this phone? And it's like, because I didn't scroll down.
You needed to scroll up. I wanted to make a comic about that, but I couldn't figure out how to put that stupidity in 4 panels. Like,
I have some ideas.
Like, J.D. Salinger needs to be fucking resurrected from the grave to write that, because...
Yeah, I guess to elaborate a bit, Joel was having computer trouble. He couldn't see one of our folders on the network, and he called me over and he's like, I can see it on this computer, I can't see it on this computer. And I looked at it, and I realized he just needed to scroll up.
It's very sad.
You know what's even
Very
better?
sad.
Yesterday, Gus comes into me and he goes, "Hey, guess what?" And I was like, "What?" And he goes, "Guess what Joel asked me today?" And I was like, "I don't know. It's going to be good, though, right?" He goes, "Joel asked me what AFK means." How do you...
You don't know what AFK is?
I am not an MMO player.
That's not an MMO thing.
I'm never
That's a
away from the
chat thing.
keyboard, Jack. I'm never away from the keyboard. I'm always at the keyboard. Don't blame somebody who's there.
I was so shocked I couldn't think of a funny lie to tell you that you would go on thinking
Like
what AFK
to me,
meant.
I didn't think it was possible to have like something that if it has F in it and it's like an acronym on a MMO. How's it not a cuss word? I don't know.
You haven't seen one of those crappy news stories about like what are your kids really saying?
Anyway.
I've never played World of Warcraft. I'm not.
He's never used AIM. IRC. The end result is when he said it, Gus looked at him and said, "Lol." And Gus and Joel said,
I was like,
"Huh?
What does that
I
mean?"
was like, BRB.
So, anyway, this is the internet, Joel.
Welcome.
We'll be going through a tutorial later.
I have a thing above my desk, a chart that has like all the symbols and then the correlating like what it means. But
You know, it's funny you say that, but you really do have like a patchwork of Post-its all around your monitor.
Speaking of Post-it notes, I sat next to Nathan, or at Nathan's desk this morning for a minute while the cleaning ladies were cleaning our office, and he has a Post-it note on his desk. Nathan, very smart guy, right? Very quiet, intelligent. You don't fuck with Nathan. You know he knows what he's doing. He's got his own stuff going on. You just let him be. He has a big Post-it note on his monitor that says, "Always hit save before rendering or exporting." Why? Why would you need to remind yourself to do that?
Every one of those Post-its is the result of like a mistake that that happened. That's an
like-
obvious
like-
thing that cost you like 12 hours.
I gotta say, that's a good bit of advice, though. Like, you read that Post-it, you're like, yeah, that makes sense. Always hit save before rendering
But do you need
exporting.
to read that posting every day?
You go to Joel's desk and it's a Post-it. It's like, are your shoes tied?
Yeah, I know.
It's like,
Well, it's just such a common sense thing. It's like,
everything that Gus says, I write down on a Post-it and stick it on my
AFK
on my
equals
thing.
away from
So-
keyboard.
did you remember pants today? Look down.
But in my defense, this computer I'm dealing with, like I've got the Mac side, I've got the Windows side, and I have to go under my desk. And Gus's solution, because it won't restart, my computer will not restart. Gus's solution is, dude, just pull out just unplug it and plug it back in.
If for some reason on Joel's Mac, if he boots into Windows and he restarts his computer to try to get back into the Mac side, the computer will not restart.
Well, welcome to my world,
He
Joel.
has to unplug his computer.
I have to start my computer 5 times every morning before it turns on. It's a whole process.
Just don't turn it off. Problem
I was
solved.
thinking about just like moving my chair under the desk and just working from under there because it would save time.
Man, speaking of under the desk, yesterday we had an issue. I'm putting all these computers together for you, and we had a UPS go out. Like we tripped a breaker, and one of the UPSs died. And so I was running around, looking for our breaker box, to try to turn the breaker back on before our UPSs went out. And we have 2 breaker boxes in our office, and then there's another one downstairs.
I got to say something. When one of those breaker boxes goes down, when you're on the Enterprise and the shields go down, and it's like wah wah. It's the same thing. It's the same alarm message.
Those UPS.
Everything in your life is a Star Trek reference. Have you ever noticed that?
Star Trek's cool, man.
Yeah, no, I like it too.
I ran to the first breaker box. All the breakers were fine there.
Which, by the way, that was the equivalent of Scotty in the tunnel. Gus is like Scotty in the tunnel.
He's going to keep it going.
I ran to the second breaker box, and I couldn't get to it because someone had fucking screwed a corkboard to the wall over it. So I thought, okay. We've never tripped a breaker in that box. I'm going to go downstairs to the restaurant downstairs and see if a breaker tripped down there. I run down there. They can't open the door. Someone changed the code on the lock, and they have to call someone. It takes like 5 minutes. I get in. All the breakers are fine. So I'm like, fuck, I need to go up to the corkboard. I go up to the corkboard and I start unscrewing it, and Geoff comes out. He's like, sounds like someone's building a robot out here. And I'm just grumbling under my breath. I take it down, and then I flip the breaker. It's tripped in there. And then Jack comes out, And Jeff goes, "Can you believe this? Someone put a corkboard there." And Jack's like, "It was me."
Screwed 4 screws into it. Why?
Wait.
It was secure, wasn't it?
Wait. You screwed the corkboard to the wall?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's Mensa week at Rooster Teeth, apparently.
I did that in October, and no one's giving me any shit about it. And it's February.
Can
now.
you believe it's been that long since we've tripped a breaker? Since we've lit something on fire?
We've never tripped a breaker in that box.
I can't
before.
believe we've had a secure corkboard all that time.
Exactly. Well, because there's 4 screws in it.
Thank God. Thank God the corkboard was secure.
No, it was someone was coming up here to film something, and that corkboard had been sitting, just leaning against the wall and looked like crap. And I was like, "Do you want me to put this back up?" And we didn't have any nails, so I was like, "Yeah, sure." So I screwed it in because that was the only thing I could do to secure it to the wall.
You definitely screwed up, Jack. That's
There's a lot of
understatement there.
The last time that thing was pulled off, I remember it's always pulled off in mid panic because something's gone on. Are you sure we've never tripped a breaker?
No, we've never. We always checked that box, but we've never actually tripped a breaker in that box.
Huh. All right.
So where's the corkboard now? Is it leaning back up against the wall?
I screwed it down to your desk.
Screwed it on top of your monitor.
I don't want to make sure we didn't lose it.
That corkboard, believe it or not, is not mission critical, Jack.
Well, you can pull it right off if you needed to. If in an absolute emergency, you could just rip it off the wall.
Yeah, that would be good. Just rip it out of the wall, then we'd never screw it back in again. No, what? Come on, let's hear it.
No, go for it. You're fine.
Explain how
Go
you can
ahead.
rip screws out of the wall, and that's a good thing.
That's what Gus did with that last screw. Just pulled it right off.
Well, he was frustrated because somebody did something incredibly
Well,
stupid.
I'm saying you could do that in an emergency situation.
So in an emergency situation, your solution is to ruin the corkboard and the wall.
It's like break the glass to remove a fire extinguisher.
You
destroy the corkboard.
You're creating that emergency situation.
You're creating glass. Why you put the glass there?
There doesn't need to be glass. Glass was not there for a reason.
Yeah.
It's mind-boggling.
Of course.
I'm so surprised.
All right, so that's enough. I'm kind of worked up. I've had a bad week dealing with all these computers. So let's talk about something else.
Let's talk about something positive. How about Lost, which was awesome last night?
You have been kind of a bitch lately, Gus.
Yeah, I know. It's all these computers. But, my birthday's on this coming Monday, and this morning Joel told me he's giving me the greatest birthday present anyone could give me.
What's that?
He's going to be out of the office all next week.
Oh, are you really? Where are you going,
I'm
Joel?
gonna try my damnedest to be out of the office next week.
Where are you going?
I'm going. No, I'm
Staycation.
the Olympics.
You going to the Olympics?
The Olympics.
You could just say vacation. You don't have to specify where.
The Olympics.
We're not going to follow
he's
you.
going
I'm actually
he's going to
competing.
Thailand.
Okay.
I'm actually competing in one of the events.
There you go. Good luck with that.
So I think next week it'll be me, drinking some rum out of a coconut, relaxing at my desk.
That's funny, yeah. Joel goes on vacation, which creates a vacation for Gus.
Gus is going to miss me. He's
Essentially.
going to miss me. He's going to be like, I remember when.
That's collateral vacation.
It's going to be nice.
But yeah, you're right, Jack. Lost was pretty good last night.
Lost was really good last night. After the thud of last week's episode, this was so much better.
It would have been hard.
Why was
Yeah,
last
yeah.
week's
To be
episode
shitty.
bad? Why was it?
We talked about it last week, but
Yeah,
nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
Are you sure nothing happened? Or was it
uninteresting
they're just
characters. No, not a
setting
goddamn
up something.
thing. Not a goddamn thing.
Well, they had to be
happened.
setting up something,
Nope.
right? No?
They were
Buying time?
They were buying time.
They set up Feral Claire, I guess.
Yeah, Feral Claire.
I
They-
guess.
They reintroduced her, and that was about it.
Yeah, that's good for 45 minutes.
Yeah. And also Sawyer ran away and became a pussy. Cried over photos, and that was it.
Yes, it was the photos he cried over. It wasn't anything else. It was just the photos.
Did the shark thing get worked out in any
It's
of
never going to get
So
worked out.
someone told me the shark is actually a robot.
Yeah, Andrew Panton told me that too.
Yeah.
And he said it's because in the video game, which I have 1,000 points on, and I have no memory of this, but
I remember
I'm not
you
saying it
loved
didn't
playing
happen.
it.
No, I
You
mean,
loved playing
I
the
thought it was fun to walk around the island,
Right.
But supposedly you have to get parts to fix the robot shark in the video game. I have no memory of this, but Andrew says it happened, so it must have happened. But that video game is also not canonical to the story in any way.
Really?
Yeah.
It's not canon, really?
No, it's not canon at all.
How is it not?
Because Damon Lindelof and Damian Cruz said it wasn't.
Really?
Yeah. And they had or whatever.
Citation needed.
They had like next to no information from those guys, and so they just had to kind of create their own story as a companion. But it's not canon in any way. It's not meant to be.
Okay, so it's not necessarily a robot shark.
Yeah, exactly.
How massively
just because it's a robot shark in the video game doesn't mean it's a robot shark.
How massively disappointing would it be if the end of the video game turns out to be the end of the series?
Well, that would be pretty weird because it's an entirely new character who the whole point of the video game is he
how many
crashes on the island, he's running around
How
trying
many
to figure out how
episodes
they
are
got
left?
there,
You got like 11, 12 episodes?
how to get off, and then goes into a boat, like goes off into the ocean, and wakes up and crashes on the island again.
Thanks for spoiling the game.
It's like
Jesus.
Groundhog Day. Dude, that game's been out for 4 years. 3 years.
Wow. So last night's episode, though, was pretty badass, I thought.
Yeah, it was good.
And should we go over, should we get into specifics of it?
I don't care.
I want to hear what you liked about it so I can laugh at you and tell you those were the wrong things to get excited about.
I love the cage, the cave with the names marked off, like candidates, whatever that means.
I thought it was pretty interesting that he assigns a number value to each each person.
And you realize the 6 numbers were all in there. It was like 4, 8, 15, 16.
15, 16, yeah.
But, in the list of numbers, Kate wasn't in there. There was no Austin. Claire wasn't in there.
Just because they didn't show them doesn't mean that they weren't there.
Sounds like
there were like 100 names on that wall.
But as far as the lost numbers,
the 6
Kate wasn't.
numbers.
Kate wasn't in there.
I think early on they established that not everyone was on the list.
Right.
Yeah.
The list of candidates.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
to protect the island.
So who's going to become?
Who's going to become the new Jacob?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like it's pretty clear there's going to be a new Jacob and probably a new Man in Black as well. That would be my guess for the end of the season. So is it going to be Jack and Sawyer? Are they going to be the two? Is it going to be Hurley? Is he going to be Jacob?
I don't think it's Hurley.
It'll be Hurley.
You think
You
so?
think so?
Yeah.
Why?
I'm saying it now.
He seems like he could be like a protector, like sort of like the overseer.
Good-hearted. Nice.
Yeah.
Well, maybe. Who do you think the little boy was?
It seemed like a young Jacob.
That's what I thought. It seemed like a young Jacob. Like it looked like they cast someone who looked like
when
Jacob.
he talked to
said you can't kill him.
You can't kill him. You broke the rules or whatever, referring to Jacob in the third person. But that opening shot where he had like the blood on his hands and stuff, that was creepy.
He might have
shit.
been referring to Sawyer, saying you can't kill him.
He might have been referring. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah,
Very
that's
good
true.
point.
So who knows? I haven't read the Doc Jensen wrap up of last night's episode on entertainmentweekly.com yet, so I don't know.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun though.
Yeah,
it went by very quickly.
And so in the original timeline, Katie Seagal broke up with Locke, right?
Yeah.
And so it's kind of like, whoa, surprise, she's back.
Hey, answer me a question. I was while I was watching last night, I realized I forgot what happened to Son's kid. Is it just hanging out with the grandparents or something?
Yeah, she left with the grandparents in Korea, right?
Man, I gotta
Or
say,
not necessarily
no,
the grandparents.
it was
or
in
the
LA.
relatives.
as much as I love my wife, if she disappeared and I had to choose between raising my kid or going to an island to maybe die to find her, I think I got to go with the kid, right? I mean, you got to be a responsible parent above all else.
Yeah, you would think so.
All I'm saying
Unless you
is
don't
that
like the kid.
no, I think they like him. All I'm saying is I think Son's kind of a shitty mom because of that.
So you don't think she'll be the final candidate or whatever? She'll get marked off?
No,
If it's her
she
origin.
needs to go home and take care of business.
Final candidate.
She needs to take care of her kids. Stop making grandma watch it or whoever.
So this show going to turn into Survivor?
I did like the bit with the scale and the black rock and the white rock, and he picked up the white one and threw it away.
Is that an
inside joke?
Inside joke. Yeah, it was kind of.
That was
I think
kinda
my
clever.
favorite moment last night was when Locke was cruising around as the smoke monster, and they were playing Search and Destroy.
Yeah, that was pretty. That was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool.
First person Locke
Yeah.
picked up his weapon.
Yeah, I'm really liking Locke as a bad guy.
Yeah,
He's playing it pretty well.
I thought it was interesting the Sawyer comment when he said, "You're not Locke. Who are you?" And he said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Locke was always scared, even when he was acting like he wasn't."
Yeah.
yeah.
It was a
Locke-
insightful comment.
Richard Alpert too. He's getting pretty awesome. Like the terrified Richard Alpert. I love that. And
It
like,
was-
he's like, "That's not Locke." I know.
What did you think
what?
of? What did you think of seeing Ben as a school teacher?
That was hilarious.
I
I love that.
I could live without.
love-
I could live
love
without all that stuff.
I totally love that.
Get back to the island.
And Rose as the in charge of putting Locke in a new job.
You know what's funny? Back in season 1, I had always suspected that Hurley owned that factory that Locke worked in.
I think they alluded to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they mentioned it at one point. Cause,
Yeah.
because
Because they said that Hurley mentions that he owns a box factory.
box factory, yeah.
And he also mentioned he owned a paper company. Like I think they alluded that he owned the paper company from The Office, like the original paper company. Like they mentioned it by like some offhand reference too. That was like an inside joke.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like there's that episode where like the guy's reading off stuff he owns now, and it was like just they threw it away. It wasn't Dunder Mifflin. What's the Office paper company from the original Office?
The British one?
Yeah.
The British one? Oh, I don't remember.
Fuck. I feel like I should know that.
I know. I feel bad about that too.
Uh,
Anyway, like they said something like he owns that company as well.
Warnham Hog?
Yeah, Werner Hogg
Warner Hog.
or something like
It's
that.
Warnham Hog.
Wernham? Okay.
Warnham Hog. The Slough branch?
Slough branch, yeah.
Yeah. David Brent.
And there's a few. There's the French version, German version, French Canadian version. The French Canadian version is called La Job.
That's kind of cool.
That's fucking awesome.
It's pretty awesome.
Anyway, this week's episode of Lost was pretty awesome, I thought.
Yes.
Yeah, it was good.
And what was the next week on Lost? What was the preview?
It seemed like they didn't allude to too much.
Yeah.
No.
I thought it was.
Oh, sorry. No more questions is what they said. It's like bullshit.
There's a lot of people turning to camera in it.
Yeah.
All right.
So.
Well, we should probably cut the spoiler talk short, 'cause people love Lost, but people are getting upset that we talk about it. I guess we have a lot of
Like if
we have a lot of listeners who are overseas, and Lost doesn't air right
See,
away for them.
if I'm a listener and I'm into Lost, and I think that I'm not going to listen to the podcast.
Yeah.
Well, I like that on the Drunk Tank, the actual page, you like wrote the times when I was like, okay, spoilers from, X to Y points.
Yeah.
And that was kind of cool. And that's very nice of you, which is uncommon.
Yeah, well, I just got sick of all the idiots. So it was
And
easier.
there
It
it
was
is.
easier to post just that once instead of dealing with all the fucking emails and the boohoo comments.
Do they also have to hide from CNN and Dig and FARC and every other site on the internet for the entire period?
Yeah, I know,
The
I know.
Oscar
They
career?
might, though. They might.
Nobody
No,
does that.
No.
No?
No.
I don't know. Yeah, I have nothing to say beyond that.
You're done.
I'm done.
So
I feel derailed.
What
now. I have
TV
nothing-
do you watch, Joel?
Do you watch TV, Joel?
I don't really watch a lot of TV, and it's
For the one person in this room that's been on TV shows.
that will do it to you. That will do it to you. Work on TV shows for 10 years,
I work on video games. I've been working on video games for 7 years, and I still play video games all the time.
but it's lost a little bit of luster, right?
No.
No.
It hasn't lost any. Just
No.
aging 10 years, everything loses a little bit of
I
luster.
got to go with Joel on that.
Really?
Yeah, I think you do the same thing long enough, or if you experience it from the other side, it has to change your perception of it a little bit.
I worked with an AD, Rich Sickler.
For the less filming client, what's an AD?
Like-
He's the first assistant director.
He worked with an
I
AFK.
worked him on Angel, and he went to work on Lost, and I was just like bitter that I couldn't go work on it in Hawaii.
Like, for
So
instance,
my only-
to support Joel's statement, we worked on back when we did all those EA Sports commercials, right? We did like for 3 years in a row. We did Madden commercials. We did like 5 or 6 Madden commercials a year, and we were always working in buggy alpha builds, using debug, and it ruined Madden for me. I don't ever want to play Madden anymore because of that.
It's not that killed Madden for me. What killed Madden for me and football video games was when we had to make like the 700 videos in a
I consider
1 week
that
period.
part of it. Yeah.
Where we had to do like those Mountain Dew videos, the fucking Jumbotron videos, all the commercials at the same time.
Yeah, like spending all that time, I don't know, dealing with marketing cam and that whole thing, and using the game in that way. It really, I don't know.
Yeah, that's the
Kinda
one
ruins the in-game
That's the one
experience.
game I can't play anymore.
I felt the same way about NBA Live, and I just went back because I was looking. I pulled my 07 out to get that 100-point achievement we talked about, and I thought, man, that was kind of fun. I haven't played an NBA Live game since 07. I should give it a spin. So I bought NBA Live 2010, and I'm totally enjoying it. But yeah, I had to take like 3 years off from those games.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
NASCAR was also ruined for me.
Yeah.
Were you a big NASCAR guy before?
Yeah, I love the NASCAR game, but not after all those commercials.
The drive in a circle game? Man. Not even, turn left again. Continue to
Turn slightly left. Turn more left.
Man,
You have 49 more achievements to
Man,
go.
I'm playing Need for Speed Shift right now. A guy I know gave me the DLC. The new DLC came out last week for it, so I'm making some videos for that. And I haven't played a racing game other than something in the Burnout series in forever. And the amount of detail that are in those games now is sick.
Need for Speed is a pretty good franchise. I think it suffers from one of those, it comes out every like 10 months or whatever.
Yeah.
And so you just, like, there's
It's
always
just,
a new Need for Speed.
like,
They kind of run together.
Absolutely. Like the last Need for Speed game that I played, I had a great time. I loved it. But to give you like reference, I remember getting 100-point achievements
Yeah.
on it. That's how long ago it was.
That would have probably been like whatever the first one was, Pro Speed Street or whatever.
I loved
Yeah.
it though, but it's like that's a thing I can't buy every generation. It's like you wait a couple generations and then you buy one.
You actually, I think it's you really do need the time in a development cycle to, I don't know,
Innovate.
yeah, innovate as well, but also just to take a break and relax and forget that you spent 100 hours playing a game. If a game comes out too quickly, there's like instant burnout. I think.
I bet that's gonna be the next burnout.
Instant
game.
burnout?
Instant
Yeah.
burnout.
Well,
Burnout
named
instant.
Well, they just announced, or I guess they're no longer doing any DLC for Burnout Paradise. Like
Yeah.
they're working on their next title. So.
Yeah,
They did the new Need for Speed, right?
No. Criterion? No.
Yeah.
No, Criterion's working on their own stuff, I
I'm
thought.
pretty fucking sure that they got the Need for Speed franchise now.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll have to look at the box.
Look at
Or
look,
Gus
let's go
will
to
look
the
at
internet.
Wikipedia.
Jack, what's the one you're playing right now?
Need for Speed Shift.
Need for Speed.
That's
Now,
the latest one.
Does that
That's
one take place on all tracks?
Yes.
It's all tracks.
It's not an open world, it's all tracks.
I also prefer open world.
I
Really?
prefer open world as well.
Yeah.
I don't know, Burnout Paradise though, like that was something that was
a great game, and I love how much they supported it with DLC.
Yeah, they added that whole other island and motorcycles.
Enough DLC achievements though. For the amount of DLC that came out, there weren't nearly enough achievements.
I think the last racing game I played was the one where it was like literally one of the islands of Hawaii, and it was literally like a to scale version.
Was that Need for Speed Unlimited? I think
I can't remember.
There's a bunch of versions of that game.
Yeah,
for different
but
platforms.
Like one of the races was you race around the exterior of the entire island on real roads that are and like the race takes like an hour.
Really?
And it's like I remember that being the most pressure filled achievement because it's like if you mess up in the last 3 minutes, if you're in first place, you mess up in the last 3 minutes. Oh, that's another hour.
That's brutal.
Yeah.
Criterion has taken over. It's also confirmed Criterion Games, developers of EA's own Burnout series, is currently working on a revolutionary addition to the Need for Speed franchise. Game is scheduled for release in Q4 2010.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Well, there you go. We'll probably hear something maybe at PAX East or E3, I would guess.
Yeah, I bet by May or June you'll hear something.
I feel like I just read that there's Need for Speed stuff showing at E3.
Okay.
I could be wrong about that, but I think I just read that yesterday.
Cool.
Man, should I talk about X10?
I don't care.
Yeah, look, you went to San Francisco for that Microsoft X10 event.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Microsoft brought me out. It was like a media invite only event, which was pretty cool for Achievement Hunter. That was one of the first ones we've gotten into like that. And I got to see pretty much a lot of the major titles that Microsoft's got coming up this year.
And you saw
So you saw Left 4 Dead 2 DLC? Did they have that DLC?
Yep, I saw the passing. I cut a video of an interview I did with Chet Salzchek. I forget what his last name is, but he actually wrote Left 4 Dead 1 and Left 4 Dead 2, and he wrote the passing.
That guy is a genius.
Yeah,
he's a pretty smart dude.
He's a real nice guy too, and
very nice guy.
Let me list real quick the games that I think you saw, and tell us what you thought of each one.
Okay.
So I'm really curious. About
you
and I haven't had much time.
Let's finish up Left 4 Dead. We're talking about it, right?
Sure.
Okay, Left 4 Dead 2. I played the passing. I played like the first chapter of the new whole DLC. And it was pretty quick, and there's so many things to look at. I really sat down, played it. We failed because the other people I were playing with didn't know what they were doing, and they were just running around in circles.
How do you not know how to play Left 4 Dead at this point?
It's just like all of a sudden, like we're running, and I'm like, why are there only two of us now?
That is the drunk tank game of the
only
year.
Game where it's like I hold the person I'm playing with, directly responsible and accountable.
That's why I don't play with Burnie.
Do
not play that game with Burnie.
No, I know. I've played with him before.
Never will it reveal to you how like self-involved you are when you're playing Left 4 Dead because it's like your concern is only you.
It's
like
true.
when you go down, you're down. It's like, oh, how come no one's helping me?
Yeah.
But
that's why it would be in a real fucking zombie attack, dude.
True.
So at X10, they showed the Left 4 Dead 2 DLC, but they didn't have any of the Left 4 Dead 1 DLC, right?
No.
Because there's additional Left 4 Dead 1 DLC.
But
coming.
did you see the Left 4 Dead 1 characters?
No, or they may have shown up, but I walked up to it and there was already gameplay going. Apparently, the Left 4 Dead 1 characters show up in the intro of the passing, and then at the very end, they fight with you in the finale.
I
okay.
just
as
want
NPCs.
I just want to give Valve my credit card number, and they can just run it whenever they need.
That's
can do
called
that.
Steam,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, so
So the Left 4 Dead characters show up in like at the end and they fight with you. And then I asked him if there's any chance like we might get to play as the Left 4 Dead 1 characters, even like just reskin the characters. And he's like, I can't say anything about that. So
well, that comes out next month. The passing comes out in March.
yeah,
Yeah.
So we'll find out soon.
yeah. And then they're releasing Left 4 Dead 1 new DLC, which I guess leads up to what's the passing. Like it's like from the end of the first game to the passing.
that's cool.
And then also there's a comic book coming out, which is going to be more of the Left 4 Dead 1 characters that sort of bridges that gap.
So
Man, speaking of,
here's the deal. Like I'm a little concerned here, actually. Like, if I want to play the Left 4 Dead 1 DLC, do I need to, like, swap my discs? I know this is making me sound lazy, but I don't want to go up and, like, swap my disc. Like, I want to play Left 4 Dead 1 now. I want to play Left 4 Dead 2 now.
Everyone agrees with you.
you're playing two different games.
Yeah, it's two different games.
No,
And they're coming out. They're
I'm-
not coming out on the same day. I can understand your concern if they're coming out on the same day, but they're going to come out weeks or months apart.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's going to be such a time separation. You
Okay,
won't.
if this the songs are
that-
separate, I'm
that
afraid
is
they're coming out at the same
That
time.
is the one thing I hate switching discs.
Yeah.
Right?
So when you're playing Call of Duty and you're like, you know what, I feel like playing Left 4 Dead. Oh, I would, but I have to switch the disc. Guess I'll play another round of Call of Duty.
I do that all the time.
Yes. That is exactly what
fucking
happens.
lit.
Or I just bend and I just fall
Why
asleep.
don't you just rip it to your Xbox
Because you
and
still need to
then
put the disc in.
That's true.
one time, and then you never have to worry about it again?
No, you always
You
have
need to
have
put
a
it in
disc
there when you're running it.
Do you really?
Yeah. Someone obviously is talking about stuff he's never
All right.
done.
What about games on demand?
Games on demand you can do, but Left 4 Dead 1 and 2 and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 are not on games on demand.
When they are, you're going to be set.
Oh, and
What we should do, Joel, is we should get multiple Xboxes, like 5 of them, And then have like, this is my Left 4 Dead box, this is my Modern Warfare box.
There you go. Or, create some sort of disc switching, like the old, disc switching where you have like 5. Right? I'd buy it.
Yeah.
You probably buy an Xbox. There's got to be an easier way, though, right?
It's going to be like a Roomba that can push a button, open out, take a disc, and drop a new one in.
How when you play a video game, Joel, what's the average time you sit down and play a game for?
The answer is I'm lazy.
Probably an hour.
What the worst is, and back me up here, Joel, if I'm right. The worst is, like, if I go and I turn my Xbox on, I grab my controller, and I go and I sit down on my comfortable couch, and I look at my screen, and the wrong game's in the Xbox, or there's no game in the Xbox.
There's that conversation that takes place in your head. It's like, well, do I just want to play this game instead?
Yeah, it's like, do I want to play this? Or if there's no disc in there, like, well, I've got Mass Effect on Games on Demand. I can play that, I guess.
Gus, I love you. You're my best friend, and I want to back you up here, but this is laziness to such an extreme degree that I can't even come close to identifying.
When I get to the point in my day...
Are you ever like, man, I want to watch Ghostbusters. Oh, fuck. Fried green tomatoes is in my disc. I guess I'll have to watch that.
When I get to the point in my day where I'm actually able to have the time to sit down and play video games, I'm spent. I'm done. I had a full day. It's the end of my day. I just want to play. I don't want to do
So play a
stuff.
fucking arcade game.
Yeah, I do that. I end up doing that a lot. Like my big standby, like I said, Mass Effect, because I had that in Games on Demand. My big standby is Battlefield 1943. Like, so if you ever see me playing Battlefield 1943 on Xbox Live,
just because you were too lazy to switch a disc.
I was too lazy to switch a disc, or there was no disc in my Xbox, so I play Battlefield 1943.
And just generally the orientation of the way the house is laid out. You have your comfortable chair, and then you have your Xbox, which is by your TV, which is
on the other side of the room,
not by the comfortable chair.
No.
Wow.
And most people who are into video games have it all figured out. You got your chair, you got the speakers.
I only want to get up to refill my alcohol. That's it. And the alcohol is closer than my Xbox is, actually, from where I sit.
This kind of laziness doesn't just apply to video games. This is a lifestyle.
I think
for you guys.
Xbox should sell Depends underwear.
Do you ever catch yourself like you go to bed and you lay in the bed and your head hits the pillow and you're like, ready to go, fuck, I forgot to brush my teeth. Oh, well, tomorrow. The bathroom's all the way on the other side of the apartment.
Well, there's a ritual you go through for that. That's different. Like, that's not...
We'll go through a video game ritual.
The video game ritual changes depending on the game, though. Like, you may go through and think your game's in there, but it's not in there.
But how often do you sit down...
It's not like you lay down and you're like, I brushed with the wrong toothpaste. I gotta get up and do this again.
You say it like... I've brushed with my kids' toothpaste before, and I've had to use real toothpaste after that. How often do you sit down and play a game for 10 minutes and then say, okay, time to switch a disc, and then 10 more minutes, okay, time to switch a disc? It's not like you're getting up and down every 5 seconds. You play a game for an hour or two at a time.
Or longer. If you don't want to switch the disc.
It's true. I have no defense. I mean, it's like,
really?
I generally don't play for an hour. I make it even worse because I'm there for 3 or 4 hours.
We're not defending ourselves. We're not saying we're not lazy. We are lazy.
We're lazy, yeah.
I want to be able to switch games easier. I wish I could rip them to my hard drive and then I didn't have to switch the disc, or there was like Joel said, like a 5-disc changer in there or something.
I mean, if you think about it, video games is a deal where you have a character that jumps and does this and does that, and really all you're doing is like moving your finger.
What you guys need,
moving your finger.
I'm gonna create it right now.
Sometimes I wish they could have. If I could move my finger less.
You guys need Xbox. Somehow. You guys need what's going to be called Xbox Fat. Okay, it's an Xbox that has a 6-disc changer in it, and if you hit Y 3 times, you can order a pizza to your house.
That would be awesome.
Oh, who wouldn't want that?
That's what you need.
That'd be incredible.
That's like the ultimate.
That's a new income for Microsoft. That would be unbelievable.
Wait, can't you order pizza from the dashboard now?
If they had a controller,
there was like a pizza thing.
If they could just have a controller that was one button, and I had to put half the effort into pushing that button, absolutely.
It makes me think
called Atari.
It makes me think of that old. Was it an old PlayStation 1 controller that was like the entire controller, but you could put it in one hand? That way you could still eat or drink at the same time.
I don't remember that.
God.
Man.
It had all the controls like in one unwieldy thing.
So,
I
Jack,
genuinely did think that to myself.
Hopefully you weren't so lazy you only saw one game. Did you see... We haven't talked about this one yet. Did you see...
Before we go on, I want to say one other cool thing. Gus, you'll appreciate this. When I was talking to Chet, I mentioned... I was like, oh, yeah, we sent you this trophy for our Drunk Tank podcast. It's the Rooster Teeth podcast. We sent you a trophy for our game of the year. And he's like, oh, yeah, totally, we saw it. And apparently they had emailed photos around the office of the trophy when they got it in.
I don't want to toot whoever who made those, who came up with those trophies? You guys?
Gus and
Jeff
I.
and I.
I would say
You
it was
guys,
like a 50-50 thing.
You nailed it.
Thanks, man.
You guys nailed it. You guys should get a trophy for best trophy award.
Well, we're keeping the world's drunkest dude. So
Thanks. I don't think Burnie liked him very much.
I don't
that was the
care.
greatest
He-
trophy
he-
ever. I feel
what was-
like,
what was his comment? He's like-
I need to develop a game just so I can get one of those trophies.
I think Bernie's comment was, "Well, you definitely nailed the style you were going for," which is
How can you not like that trophy? That trophy's perfect. It's got a can of beer on the top of the trophy, and
It's
can of
American.
beer
It stands
says
out.
beer on it. It says beer on the can of beer.
If you go to a trophy case with 500 best game of the year trophies, right?
That's the best.
That's the
looking
one that's
trophy.
gonna jump out at you and it's
Yeah.
gonna say, "I am obnoxious. Look at me."
The second I saw that can of beer, I thought to myself, how could I possibly drink beer from any other can? Right?
Yeah.
We almost sent the trophy to Chet. I was either going to send it to Chet or to Tom, who's the project lead on the Left 4 Dead series, and I ended up sending it to Tom.
Okay.
So maybe I should have sent it to Chet instead. Oops.
Anyway, I'm curious,
We should
Jack.
make him more true.
What did you see the Call of Duty DLC?
No, they did not have. Well, at least they didn't have it in the big public area.
Oh, okay.
There was like a basement where they had Fable 3. I'm guessing maybe some Natal stuff. I don't know for sure. I haven't heard anything about it. And maybe the Modern Warfare.
The velvet rope kept you out.
Yeah, there's literally a sign that said like "Do not enter." It was all branded Microsoft. It was pretty funny. And then like Peter Molyneux, I saw Peter Molyneux come out for about 5 minutes, do an interview on the main floor to make it look like he was on the main floor, and then he left. I was like, he's gone.
Okay, after seeing Reach, Alan Wake, Crackdown 2,
Dead
Rising
Rising
2, and are there any other major titles I'm missing here?
There's the game room, the Microsoft game room thing.
Out of those 4 games, which one are you most excited for?
I would say Crackdown 2.
Wrong. Halo Reach.
Reach, probably.
Well, okay, of the Reach trailer we saw, or it wasn't really a trailer so much. They showed the Vidoc, and then after the Vidoc, they showed Brian Gerard sketch. He was showing off, like, basically he popped open one of the multiplayer maps from the beta. It's a level called Powerhouse. It reminded me a lot of High Ground from from Halo 3. And he pretty much just kind of like, he walked the guy through it a little bit, and then he popped the camera, he unlocked the camera, flew around, and was just showing off like the geometry, and like there were no other enemies in there or anything, but he was just like showing off stuff that they had never done before.
Does it
You got an exclusive from Brian Gerard, didn't you?
I did.
Regarding Halo Reach, and it's in your video.
It's in the video. Yeah, you should watch the video and
World exclusive.
and learn the exclusive that I
First
managed
bit
to
of news regarding Halo Reach, and Achievement Hunter broke it.
Totally, it's awesome. But like then he turned the camera around, show the character models. The character models look like stupid awesome. It looks so bad.
So you didn't like him?
No.
This is stupid awesome.
And then like one of the other cool things in Halo Reach that he brought up and hasn't really been brought up by a lot of other sites is the fact that now all the different armors have like equipment attached to them. Sort of like what we did in Red versus Blue.
Sort of like what we did in Red versus Blue.
But it's like he showed, for example, like a guy sprinting. Like you could hit a bumper and like you have like a meter that will like eventually like whittle down. But as you do it, you can sprint and then it'll reload over some time. So
like the freelancers, basically.
yeah, basically like the freelancers, how they all have their own
it's
special
okay
equipment.
for you to be talking about that, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
that was public.
They dated the multiplayer beta, May
Yeah.
3rd.
May
so
3rd.
if you have a copy of ODST, I guess it'll become available through the in-game menu.
Yeah, and that's the only way you can play the beta too is through ODST.
right.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah,
So-
everything on Reach looks great.
I wonder. There's no way to track it, but I wonder if, like, right before May 3rd or leading up to May 3rd, you're going to see like a surge in like purchases of ODST again and of used copies of ODST.
That's a good question.
And, like, people will go out and buy it just to access the
You know
Halo
what they
Reach
need?
beta.
You know what Microsoft needs to do is they need to beef up their server network. I feel like they weren't prepared for Call of Duty.
Really?
I feel
Really?
that way. Yeah, I feel like
I never had any. The only time I ever saw them have a real issue was 1943.
Well, no, I think
didn't work
the
for
the,
it.
That
Chris,
one was-
the, the
that
Christmas the Christmas after Halo 3 came out,
Right,
they
yeah.
had a lot of problems.
Call of Duty
other than that, it's been
did have
fine.
trouble on the PSN. I know that. I haven't had any trouble with it on Xbox Live though.
You know what drives me crazy is that we watch this stuff like crazy. It's our lives. We're into it, you know. And it's like we knew how great Call of Duty was going to be. We've played it. We knew how great it was. Even Activision came out, 2 weeks later or 3 weeks later and was like, "Oh, hey everyone, we've made $1 billion on this." And it's like, okay. And then Activision reports its quarter, and they're like, "Oh, hey everyone, we beat our estimates," and the stock price jumps by 10%. It's like, why did we not see that coming?
Why do we have this? Why do you and I have this conversation about once a week, where you knew about some awesome stock tip months and months and months
tell you
ago,
what I
and
did-
you never acted on it, and you never told me about it?
There's lots of them I have acted
You're
on.
like-
I'll tell you what, for Halo 3, I was so in like Flint on that because it's like before it came out, I was so ahead of it. It's like I saw it coming. I jumped in there, and I even heard Jim Cramer iterating that he might talk about it. I got in before Jim Cramer, and then Jim Cramer talked about it. I got a bump on that. And then when it came out, I got another bump. It was great.
So I get ripped into talking about college football coaches, and then Joel sits here and talks about stock picks.
Yeah, but
But
he's
Activision.
relating them to video games.
Bungie.
Yeah, it's related to video
Microsoft.
games, and you can make money on this.
Come on now.
Anyone listening can make money on this.
That's true.
The
Our,
only
our
thing you
target
can
audience
do-
is people who are investing in the stock
The only thing you can do
market.
studying college football coaches is not get laid and get fatter. I mean, that's it. Those are the only two pastimes that come out of that.
Absolutely.
So you played Dead Rising 2 at X10, right?
Yes. So, like they had sort of a one. It's sort of like an arena setup where it was like in the Las Vegas Strip area.
So you played like the multiplayer stuff?
No. It was single player, but it was like it was a very, very closed off demo. It was like one of those where it's like literally a timer at the top. It's like, all right, you got 5 minutes to kill as many zombies as you want.
And then, wait, there's a multiplayer in that?
That was kind of like the original demo for the game, wasn't it?
I don't remember the original
I think
demo.
you had like 3 or 4 minutes and you could run around and kill as many zombies as you wanted.
I'm assuming this is probably going to be the demo they'll release.
I think
if they do release one.
Yeah, I think I did see some multiplayer, Joel. I think in one of the trailers they had like 4 people in like giant hamster balls competing in an arena to see who could kill the most zombies.
They have like extreme sports
Like that
related
kind of
to.
thing.
You're lying to me right
No,
now, aren't
no,
you?
no,
You make
No. It's in the trailer.
serious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
It was like
That
a game.
sounds like
it was
a
like-
combination between like a Nintendo party game.
yeah, it was like a game show kind of thing almost.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can find the trailer again.
That's what the multiplayer is like. That trailer came out last summer. Yeah, it's been out for a while.
So, I guess apparently Dead Rising 2 is coming out August 31st in the U.S. That's like 4 years after the original, right? The
Yeah.
original come out in summer 2006?
excited
Didn't it
about
come
that.
out that the original Dead Rising was the thing responsible for a lot of original Red Rings?
I mean,
Yes.
Like there was too many.
Yeah, like
They-
overclocked it, right?
yeah.
they say that. I mean, it's not that it overclocked it necessarily. It just taxed the system
It's just
more
that
than
people
any
had to
other
keep
game.
people trying to get 7 Days Survivor had to keep their Xbox on.
It just
for
taxed the
2
system
days.
more than
It
most
did-
other games at the time, and people were playing it a lot.
It did seem
Yeah.
like at the time that was the one game where it was like you're dealing with a lot of characters and a lot of things happening on screen more than any other game at the time. But I don't know.
Yeah,
I wonder how a Dead Rising 2 will do. Like, at the time it came out, the market was pretty empty, and it did really respectably. I think it sold 1 million copies.
It'll do better than that.
It'll probably do a little bit better than that, but it's such a crowded market now, and it's coming out at a crowded time. And Left 4 Dead has honestly taken a lot of thunder away from
Although,
Dead
you know,
Rising,
I
and
mean,
Resident Evil's out now.
I
too.
did when I was talking with Chet. I had just finished playing Dead Rising 2, and I went over to him and I did a little pre-interview before I filmed it. And I said, all right, so you'll talk about your game Dead Rising 2. And he's like, oh, shit, because I called it the wrong thing. I was like, oh, dude, I'm so sorry. It's like, no. It's like, we love those guys. We love them. We love their game, so we're looking forward to it. And I was like, well, that's cool, but
He
I
could've just
totally,
hit you.
yeah, he totally could have hit me and walked away or
Yeah.
thrown a drink in my face or something.
He sent me
I
an
think
email
there's-
asking me to fire you.
It seems like to
Brings
me
us to the next part of the podcast.
It seems like to me there's
exit review.
There's enough room in the marketplace because it's not like I still want to fight zombies.
I hope so, man. I just think it's interesting. This year is so crowded with
Yeah, I mean,
releases. I'm already experiencing a little bit of fatigue, and we're in February.
Yeah.
If you think about it, there's so many like World War II first-person shooters, and they can all coexist fine. Why can't we have multiple like zombie
It's true.
zombies
guess.
horror survival
I'm
games?
willing to buy them all.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it. Did you play Alan Wake while you were there?
I did not play Alan Wake. Alan Wake was taken pretty much the entire time I was there, and I watched some people play it though. It looks really, really neat. And like it's pretty cool. It's like literally you have a flashlight and that's your weapon.
Hey, let me ask you a question, Gus.
Mm-hmm.
Alan Wake. I have an idea what Alan Wake is like. Do you think Heavy Rain comes out next week? And I've read the reviews of Heavy Rain, which say it's phenomenal. Mm-hmm. Do you think Heavy Rain is it a similar kind of game to Alan Wake?
I've intentionally been avoiding news and or stuff about Heavy Rain because I want to play it so much that I don't enough based on like a couple of images I've seen.
Make sure you don't listen to our podcast.
I've read scores and like synopses where they say like it's a great character-driven game, like that kind of stuff. I don't know anything about the game either.
Yeah,
but when I look at screenshots, it looks like Alan Wake to me. So I wonder if they're similar. And they say it's unique, a
don't know.
unique game experience.
I'll find out next week.
You gonna do videos for it?
Yeah, I think so. I wanted to do videos for Tropico 3 this week, but no one has the fucking game. Did it even come out? I don't even know.
It came out.
Did it?
think
Like
so.
you look on the GameStop website and they say they're back ordered.
I'm sure if we looked on Xbox Live, I'm sure you can see people playing it.
Yeah, I'll have to see.
Anyway, that sucks. I mean, you and Jack and I drove around all day yesterday looking for the new Dynasty Warriors and Tropico and couldn't find them anywhere.
Yeah, and then last night after work, I even drove around a few more places looking for Tropico and couldn't find it.
Wow.
Hey, speaking of new games, have you started AVP yet, Jack?
Not yet.
It was the demo was like the number 3 most played game on Xbox.
I saw that. Yeah, Major Nelson posted that.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah,
there's a lot of demos in that list.
I guess we should play that.
Well, I'm gonna wrap up Resident Evil today.
I got to finish BioShock now.
Oh, I just finished that last night, finally.
Yeah. I pretty much know what happens at the end now, thanks to Geoff, but that's all good.
Yeah,
That's okay. I sort of ruined a little bit. Oh, not I guess I didn't ruin. I spoiled a little bit of Modern Warfare for you when we were doing that. So.
Oh yeah, that's fine. I don't.
Whatever. It comes with the territory.
Comes with the job.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's also like
I'm not sure that anyone here can be upset with anyone else for any
Spoilers.
No.
Yeah. No,
after having games in the office and stuff like that, it's like, well, all right.
All of our viewership, all the things that we've destroyed for them.
Yeah, well, the site ruined Snape Kills Dumbledore for me. So, hey, Gus, I'm excited to hear your opinion of BioShock 2 because you were very opinionated about it yesterday. Now that you've beaten it, what do you think?
I was very meh about it. I feel like the story, I don't know, it didn't grab me. Like the first BioShock really didn't grab me that much either, and I feel like this one didn't really grab me either. I feel like they did a better job in like the final hour of kind of tying things together.
For sure.
And like telling a story, but up until the last hour, it's kind of like just wandering around, just doing the same thing over and over.
You just weren't emotionally invested in it.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
And I thought it was, I don't know, I didn't like, it seemed, I didn't like playing as the Big Daddy, if that makes sense. It seems to me like that's the idea you come up with when people who don't know the game from the outside are looking at, like, let's say, you make BioShock 1, right? And then your marketing department's like, people seem to like this Big Daddy thing. Let's let people play as Big Daddy in BioShock 2. It seemed like that kind of deal to me.
Yeah. Well, possibly.
Where it's like this outside influence that maybe doesn't necessarily understand what's good about something, is trying to capitalize on it.
I think I liked it more than you, and I liked it in the sense that, like, you're essentially right, though. It just feels like an extension of the first game to me. Like, if you like the first BioShock, you'll like BioShock 2, and if you didn't, you won't like BioShock 2 because it's really the same thing.
Yeah.
But without giving any spoilers, do you agree that it would be really hard for them to continue with a BioShock 3 unless it was like some sort of a prequel?
Nah, they could do it. I mean,
so?
I like at the end of BioShock, I feel like BioShock
lame.
was already contained. Like BioShock was its own game. The whole universe was compact. There was, the beginning and an end. I really didn't feel like they warranted a sequel necessarily. They made it, and even now with the end of the sequel, I feel the same way. Like it's contained, it's its own unit. They could just, put another third one in there. I didn't think they could make a sequel to BioShock 1, but they did.
Don't you think that would be... I mean, it was borderline forced to reintroduce the Little Sisters and that whole thing into BioShock 2 in the way that they did it, but I bought it for that one. I'm like, okay, this could have happened one time, but to have a BioShock 3 with all the same components, that would be really...
I mean, they could still make it.
It's a prequel, right?
BioShock 2
is
no, it's not.
It takes 8 years after.
Yeah.
No, 8 years.
It is?
Yeah.
So what would you say to like
8 years after?
Oh, but
BioShock
is the multiplayer? Does the multiplayer take place?
No.
Multiplayer is non-canon, dude. Just like all
I
multiplayer
could've
in every
sworn-
video
okay.
game.
So, and also, like, BioShock 3 could be absent of Little Sisters.
It could be absent of Rapture too. I mean, there's no
What do you think about BioShock 3 if it was still in Rapture, but it took place in present day? Like it was like a team discovered it.
Yeah, I would like to see a dingier, more rundown Rapture, which is kind of a weird thing to say because it's already pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
But yeah,
One of this, I don't think this is very spoilerish, but one thing that I really enjoyed about BioShock 2 was, towards the end of the game, you get to take control of a little sister, and you get to see Rapture through her eyes.
I think
cool.
that's pretty spoilerish.
Yeah, I would say that's hugely spoilerish.
You don't say what the context is.
Okay. Well, no, you're right. It was one of my favorite parts of the game too, especially when they do the flip back and forth. Where
Yeah.
you see
That's
her
definitely
and
a spoiler. It's definitely
That doesn't ruin anything. I didn't tell you how it relates to the story.
I was never going to mention that, by the way.
But
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
if upon further listening I decide it's bad, I'll beep it out. But yeah, I thought it was really cool, like seeing why they call everything angels.
Yeah, right.
And that kind of thing. Like you realizing how fucked up their perspective on everything is.
They're
how
great.
detached from reality.
Well, they're also
they're graced with their own reality.
I mean, they're also female, so that's pretty.
Is that just everything through the eyes of a woman is beautiful?
But that was cool. And maybe
Explains why chicks sleep with dudes because dudes are gross.
But did you read on his Twitter that the EA DICE lead designer called BioShock 2 lame?
Which guy is that?
David Goldfarb.
Well,
he said. Played the first, really liked it. This one, no. I'm a Big Daddy. Lame. Total gameplay versus narrative disconnect. And I wouldn't go that far, especially if I'm a game developer.
Yeah, plus, I mean, like, maybe if I'm a game developer at BioWare or Blizzard, DICE makes some great games, 1942, 1943, the original Battlefield. But, dude, Battlefield Vietnam. I mean, Battlefield 2, they had some games that weren't exactly.
Did they develop Battlefield Vietnam?
Did they? Did they not?
I don't know. That was such a bad
Let's
game.
run through DICE's games. Because that's like if you're gonna speak that strongly about other developers, you better make sure that your catalog is fucking rock
the
solid.
developer
right?
was Digital Illusions.
All right, well,
It was them. Let's see. Are we just looking at Xbox games?
I mean, that said, I feel like I can't criticize it.
Is DICE an acronym?
Yeah, Digital Illusion CE.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Battlefield Bad Company, Battlefield
Good
2,
game.
Modern Combat.
not so great.
That was all right. Battlefield 1943,
Great game.
Bad Company 2, Mirror's
Probably a
Edge,
game.
Although
Mirror's Edge, great.
and they're doing Medal of Honor, the new one.
Oh, right. I'm interested to see how that
They
turns
have
out.
some older stuff. PC. They
I
did
mean,
Dungeon Keeper.
DICE
They
has a pretty
made
solid
Dungeon
lineup.
Keeper?
Yeah.
Oh God, they need to make Dungeon Keeper 3.
Battlefield.
Please make Dungeon Keeper 3.
Battlefield 2. Battlefield 2142, which I wasn't that.
Yeah.
Battlefield Heroes.
The mechs were pretty cool.
I'm going to start an online camp. I really want Dungeon Keeper 3.
Do you?
Yes. At the end of this is so I'm so
should,
scarred by it. At the end of Dungeon Keeper 2, they had a little trailer too. I've been waiting 15 years.
I don't know. It's a pretty
solid lineup.
It's a pretty solid lineup, yeah.
Vietnam's really their only like what I would consider like
Yeah,
not great game.
I
That was
remember
not a great.
seeing that at E3 a long time ago, and I thought, is it too soon? I don't know for the market. I don't know.
I think that with Medal of Honor being in their hands, it'll be a pretty awesome game.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I am looking forward to that. Medal of Honor really needs a reboot.
I gotta say, like the destructible environment thing. That's one of those. It's almost one of those things where
Did you say? What did you say?
destructible environment.
Oh, you said okay.
Am I
thought you
choking?
said something else. I thought you said instructable environment.
It teaches you a
You
lot.
teach the wall how to be.
I forgot what I was going to say.
Well,
The destructible environment is such a great thing. I think
Yeah.
that it's like hard to not to go in an environment that doesn't have it.
Yeah, I got to go out to San Francisco a while back and play that when you guys were working on the BioShock commercial, and all it was just playing multiplayer in Battlefield Bad Company 2. And literally at one point I was in a tank and I saw a sniper but he was up too high, so I blew the floor out from underneath him and killed him.
It's funny because
Like,
when
I
I
shot
was
through the
playing,
floor
when I
and
was
destroyed
playing
him.
with the game, that happened to me. I was in the roof. I was like shooting people. I was like, I'm totally safe, and the tank shoots me, and like, oh, I'm on the
Yeah, now I'm on the ground.
Yeah.
What, if there's one thing, I feel like since you went to San Francisco, you went to this event. If there was one thing that really struck you, the most important thing, or I don't know, what game do you think had the biggest hype?
Oh, at the at X10.
Yeah,
I mean, they all had sort of their own like like they're all so different that it was kind of like whatever your flavor is, whatever you like most, you could probably find it there. I mean, like Halo Reach obviously was very big for a lot of people. Dead Rising 2 was the first time anyone really seen any like hands on with it. Crackdown 2 was really, really cool. Actually, I had a good time with that.
everybody
Crackdown's such a great game.
Yeah.
everybody who's played Crackdown. I haven't heard of a single person who didn't like that game.
my
I
first
came
1250.
to the office. That was like years ago. I came to the office, and Burnie walked by and goes, "Oh, hey, I just bought this game. Do you want it?" I was like, "Sure." And he dropped. It was Crackdown. He dropped it on me. I was like, "Oh, okay, cool. I'll play this later." And I had the disc for about 10 minutes, and then Jason walked by, and Jason was like, "Hey, what's this?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't know. It's a new game." He goes, "Oh, can I play it?" I'm like, "Sure." I never saw Crackdown again. I never saw it again. I never got to play it. But you guys played the crap out of that game.
That game was really good.
Played a ton.
Yeah. But it's gonna 4-player co-op, and like there's like new suits and stuff, and new buildings, helicopters. It's pretty badass. So
You didn't get to play Fable at X10, did you?
I did
Fable
not.
3?
I did not. That was the one hidden in the
Is there
basement.
any piece of information about X10 you feel like you haven't mentioned? Because I feel like that's
I saw the game room, like the new Microsoft game room, which is sort of like I'm not really sure how it works. It's like a new arm of Xbox Live Arcade, but it's like the way it works. It's like you have like an arcade and like an actual like physical arcade in the I guess Xbox
A physical
world.
arcade in the virtual world.
Yeah, exactly. And like you purchase games and can place them in your arcade, and then your friends can come and play your games in your arcade. Like you get 5 free tokens.
That's cool.
Do you have to be online for your friends to come to your arcade?
No, you do not.
I'm starting to get confused by like
Yeah.
how many are because there's that. Then there's the Hasbro area, which has like 14 of its own games, which is its own like arcade.
Well,
and then
like every company, like I mean, like they have like the Intellivision arcade where you can like buy Intellivision games, but you can also place them wherever you want. So if you want to
So,
put all your games,
it's
in,
is
funny.
the Hasbro stuff going to roll into that?
I would think so.
So it's like one of those.
What about like 1 versus 100 and that whole area?
That's completely separate.
No, that's prime time.
Yeah, that's separate.
This is obviously like a whole area that hasn't sort of worked itself out yet, and it's like struggling to see even how it's going to be organized. And the funniest thing to me is that you actually literally have your own physical arcade, right, Jack? You've invested time, money,
you
effort
personally do.
Yeah, I
into
do.
actually having
In real life,
and now you realize that it was all just a huge waste, right?
Well, not really, but yeah, it's interesting though, because there's going to be. I talked with one of the designers of it, or I guess the lead producer, and he was saying there will be 1,000 points of achievements tied to Game Room, but the achievements are like not maybe not specifically this, but it's something like have 5 friends playing 5 arcade games in your arcade, which means you have to purchase 5 games to put in your arcade to even get that achievement.
And other people can play these games based on another token system?
Well, it's like you get like a certain amount of tokens to play like 1 credit in a machine. Then if you want, you can purchase it and put it in your arcade.
Right, wait. How do you get these tokens?
I think the first time you log into Game Room, you get like a set amount.
But how do you replenish them?
I don't know. I don't know if
That's
you
the
do.
question, right?
I don't know if you do.
That
That's
is the question.
It's like if you want to keep playing, you have to then buy that game and put it.
I
in your
thought
arcade.
you could pay 40 gamer score per play.
Oh, can you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, if you just want to play like a quarter slot game, you can pay 40
It's
gamer
almost
score.
like when you get to
for a
Disney
play.
and
You
it's
mean 40 Microsoft points, not
40.
40
I'm
gamer
sorry,
score.
I don't know why I said gamer score. 40 Microsoft points.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's like the
per play.
scene in The Simpsons where it's like, would you like to buy the fun money? What's fun? What is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like your money, but more fun.
Exactly. Is that what's going to happen?
And then like everyone has like the sign saying they don't take it.
Clearly, that someone's going to try and want to make that work.
Well, they already did. It's MS points.
That's true, but that's
So-
the thing is they're going to be. I don't know.
So I mean, it's it's an interesting idea. I'm curious to see how they pull it off because basically it's like a MAME emulator within Xbox Live Arcade
And legal.
and legal, yeah. But like the whole idea of like the way they're developing all of Xbox Live right now, where it's like here's 1 versus 100, which is our primetime arm, and here's Waypoint, which is something completely different, and here's Game Room, and there's no real clear.
It's getting a little frantic.
I think
Frantic?
I wouldn't be shocked.
Is that a word?
I don't think so.
I think there's a word.
It's like companies competing over market position, basically, to see who can become that gateway.
I wouldn't be shocked if we see another reworking of Xbox Live, like another serious overhaul of Xbox Live, like the jump from the blades to the avatar system. I wouldn't be shocked if we see something similar to that pretty soon.
I wouldn't be surprised at all.
When did the avatar
I don't know
stuff show
if
up?
it's the right.
The Avatar stuff showed up like last September.
Like to me, I think it would be a huge
So
mistake.
about almost 2, or coming up in like a year and a half now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I think it's a big mistake to do
I
any
think so.
overhaul
Oh, is it? Okay.
stuff, don't you think? I mean, it seems like they need to take small bites and feel their way through instead of like, I don't know. It's like every time you log onto Facebook, it's a different. I don't know. You can't change too much too fast. And it's
Well, I mean, it's been, it'll probably be, I mean, if they were going to do anything big, it'd probably be around E3 or PAX West, something like that. So it's going to be 2 years between iterations. So that's not too shocking.
Man, all these games I just realized all these games we talked about are coming out before PAX in Seattle.
yeah,
I'm even more excited
They're not even
now.
well, except for
Reach.
Fable.
Fable and Reach, I guess, will be after
Reach
that.
would probably be close though.
And
I think.
Crackdown 2 is sometime this year.
There are a lot of games coming out this
Did
year.
you guys play
a lot of
Fa-
them coming out soon?
I mean, Fable was a PC game for a long time, right?
no.
It wasn't. Oh,
It's an Xbox. Fable was an Xbox game. Fable 2 is Xbox 3.
I can see why you'd think
Yeah.
that though.
Hey,
No, I can't.
no,
No.
I don't know.
But yeah, I played both Fable games.
Oh, you have? Are they good?
Yes. Fable 2 is one of my favorite 360 games so far.
Really?
Wow.
Oh, absolutely. It was a ton of fun to play.
It's all right.
I had a blast with it.
Huh?
Went through both DLCs. Just had a blast.
How
That was that whole phase where Griffin and I were playing it together for like 2 months.
How many hours
constantly.
of gameplay is that?
You could probably, if you just like power through, you could probably get through pretty fast if you don't do any side quests.
If you want to get all the achievements, I'd say you're looking at 50 hours maybe.
Wow.
Yeah, if you just want to finish it and like power through, you could probably get it done in 15 hours.
You could probably do it if you just wanted to beat the game.
Yeah.
Straight up beat the game. Yeah, you could probably do it in 10 hours.
Yeah.
I mean, there's really not that much.
That's a problem I have with games like that. Is every time I'm faced with a game like that, it's like I want to get everything.
Yeah.
And it's like okay,
You would never finish that game.
right.
It would take you a
right.
while. It was a lot of work to get all those achievements.
It's like Fallout. It's like there's so much to do. It's overwhelming.
That wasn't at X10, was it? Fallout New Vegas?
No, it was not.
I saw some screenshots hit the internet the
Yeah,
other
some
day.
trailer came
Yeah,
out.
there's-
I think
there's a
trailer
teaser.
Came out. Yeah,
It's a teaser trailer.
it comes
Actually,
out this fall.
Yeah, Joel just loaned me his copy of Fallout 3. I'd never played it before, so I'm looking forward to getting to that.
So good.
That's going to be my home game because, I don't want to play my work game at home because I have to capture every time I play.
I feel the same way. It's funny. Like, my home game is, I have to worry because I have a kid running around, and then B, if I put in a newer game, then I immediately feel guilty for not capturing. So mine's NBA Live right now.
Nice.
Make sure you play all the DLC with Fallout 3.
All right.
Yeah, for sure.
Should I buy the DLC before I start playing, or how should that work?
Well, the way I played it is I played it and I finished it before the DLC came out. And then I went back and played the DLC. But that being said, I would go ahead and get at least the first DLC for now. Because once you get that first DLC, it changes the way the game ends.
Huh.
Because originally, in the retail copy of that game, the story doesn't make sense.
Sarah, are you about to tell me the ending of the game?
No. The story doesn't make sense.
The story doesn't make sense.
There's a weird disconnect that they fix with the first DLC.
Okay.
And so I would recommend getting at least the first DLC.
Plot-wise?
Operation Anchorage.
Operation Anchorage, and you can also play that almost immediately. You can play it around level 6 or 7, which is when I played it, and it's really fast and really fun. Yeah. And you just sit down for an hour and power through it, and you get some pretty cool items.
Yeah, I would save all the other DLC for after you're done with the game, but definitely get at least Operation Anchorage first.
All right. Cool. I'm looking forward to it. Looks fun.
And then have the best time of your life, because that game is fucking tremendous.
The game's awesome. I still turn it on every now and then and go back and wander around and do stuff. I've been thinking about actually firing it up and playing through again. I had so much fun playing Mass Effect 2 as an evil character. I've been thinking about going back and playing Fallout 3 as an evil character.
Blow up Megaton.
Yep. Moira Brown, all that shit. Man, I'm starving. We got a late start on this podcast.
We did.
We're waiting for Burnie, and it's late now.
Hey,
there's one more thing I want to mention before we...
should we talk about Kevin Smith being fat?
Yeah,
everyone else talked about that. This is much more important.
I agree with Southwest, by the way.
This is much more important.
Being a fat guy,
Shut
I
up!
agree with Southwest.
I found, my wife showed me this. Mattel is coming out with a toy this June that allows your dog to tweet.
What?
It's like a USB adapter.
Mattel?
Yeah, it's like a USB it's like a Wi-Fi adapter, I'm sorry, you put on your dog's collar, and it communicates with your computer, lets your computer know where he is in your house, and where he's wandering around, and then it generates automatic tweets for him.
That's fucking crazy.
They call it puppy tweets.
I got one thing to mention too. Two things real fast. One, they very kind of slyly announced the other day that Windows mobile phones will have achievements in games. It's going to be interesting to see how that works out.
Yep.
I'm starting to get overwhelmed by achievements.
Yeah.
Which is a weird thing to say because it's what I do for a living at this point. But yeah, it's like they're coming at me from every direction.
It's the exact same thing that I just talked about when you get into a game and it's like you're overwhelmed with all the amount of stuff.
Yeah, it really is. And then the other thing is that EA just announced something really weird last night. I read on Kotaku that they're shutting down 9 more servers around mid-March. And then you'll no longer be able to get multiplayer achievements in a few games, so you might want to watch out for that. But the games that they listed, I didn't think had multiplayer in them anyway.
What are
they mentioned The Simpsons, they mentioned Godfather 1, which I know there's Godfather DLC, maybe that's what they're referring to for the Godfather, but I don't remember there being any DLC or multiplayer for The Simpsons. Then Def Jam, and I think there might have been 1 or 2 more.
Def Jam Icon?
It just said Def Jam, but I think Icon is the only 360 game, isn't it? Or are there 2?
I think that might be the only 360.
There's Vendetta?
Is that
360? Or was that a PSP game? I forget.
I think it was a PSP
I'll have to look
game.
it up in the link dump.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, should we talk about the BioShock 2 thing? Should we announce that now? The community playdate?
Oh, Jack wants to do a community playdate for BioShock 2. He's going to do it next week.
Yeah, so next Thursday we'll have another community playdate for Achievement Hunter.
What date is that?
That is what is today? Today is the 17th, so 18th. What's 18 plus 7? Quick, Jeff. 25th?
The 25th? What time are you going to do it?
We'll say 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time.
And
last about 2 hours.
Okay, cool.
Just an Achievement Hunter BioShock 2 playdate.
Just multiplayer, because I haven't even touched the multiplayer in BioShock 2 yet.
It would be kind of dumb to have a play date if everyone's playing single player.
That's true.
I think that goes without saying.
That makes sense. So anyway, if you have BioShock 2, you should join us. I'll make a post on the front page of Achievement Hunter.
Cool.
Is this do you ever go on dates just by yourself? Yeah. Is that why you're having so much trouble with the ladies?
But somewhere there's a girl by herself.
That's true.
On a date.
If only they would
meet.
I get a milkshake with 2 straws, and I use both of them.
You put one in your nose. Yeah. All right. Well, speaking of milkshakes, let's go get some food.
All right.
Milkshakes.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, everyone.